Start a defect run. Um, 99 gold rare card. You got me thinking. 99 gold is pretty cheap. Rare cards are pretty good. Usually I'm going to do a boss relic swap, but get 100 gold bias cog, core surge, echo form. Some pretty busted stuff. Actually, we might be forced into a shop here. I don't know if I really want to take this 4-fight path. I guess it's got 2 elites on it. That's kind of okay. A couple of fires. But if we are taking a fire, or a shop, that's the only way to get 3 elites. So the 99 gold. That's right, we get 3 shops. Get that. We could get the Serpent event at the first one, and then a merchant card, and then like Shrine of Gold, and get rid of that. That'd be a pretty good path. This guy drops Courier. Or Old Coin, he drops Old Coin. Yeah, I think I'm not going to do the rare card because I want to go to the shop. And go 3 elites. So let's do a swap. Slaver's Collar. So definitely want to do elites now. And the only 3 elite path is the one that I had talked about previously. That is the only one, right? It is the only one. Okay. Zap double strike. Defend is good, strike is good. Dual cast over defend. It's only 1 health. Can get lethal next turn. And we did. Sweet. 1 health is fine for a cultist fight. Ooh, there's a floor 1 consume. Huh. No good attacks available. Consume is quite good. It's a bit of a liability in a Gremlin Knob fight, for sure. Go grab it anyway. Spin the wheel. Can I have some gold, please? Gold or a relic would be the best ones, obviously. Card remove's fine. Hey, gold! Ask and ye shall receive. Pretty sure that's how this works. It like turns on your microphone. Does some speech recognition. It's quite invasive, actually. Orange Pellets is pretty nuts. In Defect, pick up an orange pellet, go get a bias cog, win the game. Also good against Gremlin Knob, although we don't have any powers. Can't afford a card remove with it, but that's okay. I think Orange Pellets is almost always a pick for Defect, so we're just going to buy that. And then I think no turbo. We've got 4 energy already for elite fights. Alright, we're going to dodge the other shop because we've only got 39 gold. Double defend is happening, which means we don't have the energy for consume, so we're going to strike. Take 2. Drawing dual cast before zap. Sad. We could play consume over zap. It's kind of a weird choice. Maybe we were supposed to block pot consume zap this turn. Instead of taking 7. I think the line we took is okay. Okay. Fine. Loop is a power, helps us proc orange pellets. Also Helps us do focus scaling stuff. Seems great. Last easy pool fight. Get to remove that slime and block. Still taking 7. Hey, thanks for the raid, Money Money Loot. Appreciate it. How was your stream today? Let me give a shout out to Money Money Loot, to everybody who hasn't seen him. Money Money Loot is super chill. I always feel like whenever I go into Money Money Loot stream, you're doing like finisher based silence. I don't know if that's like true or if you just like if I just have come at a bunch of finisher silent streams, but I feel like Money Money Loot is a finisher specialist. A win and a loss with silent. That's nice. Man, this is like our 6th defect run of the day. So the Spire has not been kind. We're gonna need a Frost Orb, so Cold Snap is a good way to start that. Sure, let's grab it. Alright, and we don't want to go to the shop, so we're going to go to the... Life Coach was crying. Like, legit crying. Dude. You have to care so hard to cry. That's insane. I mean, not insane, but like, wow. Upgrade would probably go on Consume if we were going to upgrade here. I think we're going to rest because we're trying to do a pretty aggressive path. We've got a Slaver Scholar, so hitting 3 elites is something that's on the table. Missing that last energy for Finisher. Yeah, that's kind of my problem with Finisher. Is like it's you have to like you have to do a lot of stuff to make Finisher good, and then after you've done all that stuff, can you really play Finisher? Sometimes the answer is yes, but maybe Finisher is better now with the new Blade Dance. New Blade Dance is busted. So if you do like 2 Blade Dance pluses and then a Finisher, your Finisher's got 8 attacks in front of it with only 3 energy. Finisher is good on water. I think we're just resting. None of these cards super need an upgrade. Loop is I said Consume probably gets the upgrade, and like I stand by that to some extent because Consume is taking limited resources because we don't have any way of getting orb slots. But Loop is you get double the effect when you upgrade it. It's pretty important. But I think rest is better than both. All right, what do we got? We have quite a bit of setting up to do, so pretty happy to see Lagavulin. I think we're going to skip Zap. I think we want 2 Frost Orbs and a Consume is our setup that we want. We can also purge his debuffs here, so maybe we should have saved the loop for that. Because now we can't do it. If we do 2 Frost Orbs, a loop, and a Consume, we're blocking for 4 per orb. We're proccing 3 times. So we're blocking for 12 passively. I think that Dream is good enough to skip Zap. Okay. Just giving Lagavulin a nice, gentle, natural awakening. Wouldn't want to disturb his slumber too much. Alright, I guess defend double strike is what we're doing. Maybe this approach is too slow. Maybe we're supposed to be playing Zap. Yeah, we need to pay off that that focus for damage too. We can't just sleep on it. Paying off twice is nice. That was supposed to be the block bot. Not a huge deal, probably. Dual cast showing up on that lightning orb. Okay. Wow, and motion chip, so we get like a second loop proc, basically. Ball lightning gives us a little bit of extra damage out of our orb slots. I don't really want to rotate too fast. I'd rather take another frost orb than another lightning orb. This does seem like a deck that wants an upgrade on Zap. Interesting setup for a Dark Orb deck. What makes you say that? Seems like we got too much rotation for an effective Dark Orb deck. I guess Loop is pretty good on Dark Orb. Emotion Chip too. Ball Lightning is just like a chunky attack that kills people. Static Discharge does help us proc orange pellets, can theoretically generate lightning orbs. I usually don't pick Static Discharge. I'll buy it from an Act 4 shop occasionally. It's good from power potions every once in a while, but I don't usually buy it. Or I don't usually pick it. Channeling 2 lightning is pretty insane though. It requires you to get hit to pay off. I'll just take Ball Lightning. Okay. We're being robbed. I'll go ahead and use the Plated Steel, just to block for 1 this turn. Might need it next turn too. Defend, consume. Defend, strike. Let's do defend, consume. We got 2 lightning orbs coming up next turn. Maybe he'll attack again. Nope. Loop versus strike. Loop's gonna pay off twice, whereas strike only does 6 damage. Right? Twice? No, he starts his next turn and that's it, so strike actually does more damage. Okay. We got there. Okay. Tempest Fusion. Fusion's kind of crazy with a loop. Emotion Chip as well. Could get a lot of energy with that. Seems kind of bad though. That's the problem with it. I always feel kind of weird about Slaver's Collar decks, because being 4 health in some fights and 3 health in other fights is just like really big split. The deck feels very different when it has 3 and 4 energy. So I usually I want another energy relic to supplement the Slaver's Collar, so that we have at least 4 energy, and then sometimes we have 5, right? Having 5 and 4 is having 5 is a luxury, right? And you can still build around having 5 for the important fights, and to have 4 for... It's not that different for the hallway fights. But having 3 for hallway fights is okay, if we pick Echo Form, now we can't do anything else on the Echo Form turn. It's a big difference. And Fusion, I guess, would help us mitigate that by getting some extra energy. I think no on Fusion. So I think we're skipping here. Tempest is, I think, not strong enough. And go for the S also. Okay. We're at 40 health, got some pretty good potions. I think we're going to continue dreaming the big dreams of 3 elites. Big chest. Oh my gosh, we got literally every extra proc. Whatchamacallit? Relic. That's crazy. Emotion chip gold-plated cables. We've only found 2 relics. We bought this one. So we've only found 2, and we got them both. All right. Weird. I think it's consume strike this turn. That first consume feels pretty important. I think we're using the block pot this turn. And then it's like ball lightning, zap, defend. Oh wait, we're frail. We could use the loop to purge it. I guess not really though, right? We could ball lightning, loop, dual cast to purge, but then we don't have the energy to play defend. So let's just go ham. Seems good. Force field kind of combos with orange pellets, so just self-repair. I am not a big fan of self-repair in general. It's like a worse version of defend plus, basically. There is some extra synergy with it here. Orange pellets. We could potentially pick up a heat sinks in this. Yeah, pellets is the main reason to pick self-repair IMO. Obviously, it's good with like echo forms and stuff, but I don't have echo form. I want to pick force field, but we only have one copy, one power. Maybe it's sweeping beam here. Our only attacks are Cold Snap and Ball Lightning. Could use a little bit more oomph. This next fight could be Sentries. Sweeping Beam is quite good in Sentries. I'm actually not too worried about Sentries. With like Consume, Loop, these things, and Frost Orbs. As soon as we kill one, we become immortal. So is it a skip then? Is that what I'm saying? Seems like an aggressive skip. I think we need to take Sweeping Beam for like Gremlin Knob. Gremlin Knob is not having this whole consume dual cast business. We need to use like the strength pot and some attacks for him. Alright. Double defend, double strike seems pretty obvious. Is it a strength pot? Or are we trying to save that for Gremlin Knob as mentioned? I would like to save it for Gremlin Knob. Are we actually fighting one? 36, and we have to get through a sentry fight. We could take like 15 or 20 damage in the sentry fight. It's very possible. And if we take 20 damage, there's no way we'll go to that elite fight. Let's go ahead and use the strength pot. And try to take less damage, and maybe they'll give us another strength pot. Maybe one of those question marks is the potion lady. Who knows? I feel kind of forced to play, like, Consume Cold Snap Loop. But then we take a bunch of damage this turn. So which one of those can get skipped? I think none of them. I think I have to do it. So yeah, here's us taking a bunch of damage. Like, Consume has to get played, Cold Snap has to get played, and, like, is Defend really worth skipping Loop? It's like 5 block every turn at the cost of 5 health now, yeah. I guess it's 4, but... we're already blocked out. Most important thing is just that we kill him. Balling does some damage. Yeah, Data Disc would literally give us every defect-specific relic. We would have gotten them all. I mean, if we get another Frost Orb up, we're literally immortal, right? So Ball Lightning endangers that. But it also ends the fight sooner. I think I will skip Ball Lightning. It's kind of bold, but feels nice. Oh wait, no, we're immortal now. Oh no, this only... No, yeah, actually, gold-plated Cable's loop means we're immortal now, so we can just Ball Lightning. We already have lethal. We can just end turn lethal now. I should have played Sweeping Beam, there's no reason to skip that. I don't know why I'm doing an end turn lethal here, but I guess I'm committed to it now. Let's see how many dazes we can get. So we got 3 in hand, and then 11 in the draw. So we got 14. It's pretty good. Give me more. Ooh, this turn we only have 2 in hand, so we're getting +1. So we're up to 15 now. 3 in hand, so this hand's neutral. Staying at 15. Only 2 in hand, we're up to 16. If one of them dies, though, we'll stop going up. This hand's neutral. This one's got 3, and somebody might die. Oh, nope, they didn't die. Alright, looks like 16 is the limit. Okay, end turn lethal. Strike damage does nothing, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't do nothing. We have strikes in the deck. There's a Glacier. That seems good. Sunder is also nice. Sunder's probably better for Gremlin Knob. I feel quite a bit better about Gremlin Knob with a Strike Dummy. I was like, do I drink the Strength pot? And it's like, Strike Dummy is a permanent Strength pot, basically. I think we probably have to pick Glacier. Okay. Surprise Shop. It's got a defrag at it. Can't afford defrag card remove. Can't afford Prismatic Shard, Lizard Tail, or Tiny Chest. Can't afford Reboot or Amplify. How about like defrag Flex Pop? Or like, actually defrag Forge Pot's pretty good. Because like Loop plus, Consume plus, Zap and Dual Cast. A lot of good upgrades. Do we have 0 upgrades? We have 0 upgrades. Cool. Should probably pick the defrag, so let's just click that. Get that going. And then we're taking our choice of potion. Worst case scenario is that the next elite is Gremlin Knob. So which of these is best for dealing with Gremlin Knob? Excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Okay. Firepot's kind of like a more consistent version of Flexpot. Like, I think the best case scenario for Flexpot is probably Firepot. So I don't think we're ever picking Flexpot over Firepot. Like, does this deck ever do 5 attacks in a turn? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, there's no, like, Rip and Tear or anything, so should be Firepot over Flexpot. So it's Firepot versus Blessing the Forge. Yeah, it's definitely, yeah, I think it's probably Fire Pot over Flex Pot, but like, Forge Pot is quite good. Best case scenario for Forge Pot is like, turn 1 hits like defrag and consume and zap. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Fire Pot. Okay. Can I heal? No. Card remove or an upgrade seem like the most obvious picks. Card remove is a little bit scary. We kind of need the strikes with the strike dummy for Gremlin Knob. We could card remove the zap, theoretically. But that seems probably bad. So it's probably upgrade loop or defrag. It's funny how consume was the like top tier upgrade, but then we got loop and defrag, which both double. Yeah. This is actually the first run. We got started really late. We only started like what 15 minutes ago. This is the very first run of the day. We have never died. It feels weird to take an upgrade here. It seems like it should be a card remove. Maybe we remove a defend. That's bold. But if we're really afraid of Gremlin Knob, defends are quite bad, right? We have a Glacier and a Cold Snap and like lots of focus scaling. So like maybe we don't need the defense. Yeah, Defrag Plus is definitely good. We really want to get Defrag and Loop upgraded. It probably won't happen. We'll probably take too much damage here and need to rest. But I think Defrag or Loop Plus makes a lot of sense. Defrag's kind of slow for the knob fight, though. Alright, we'll do it. Are we really doing this? 24 health? If we die again, I'm gonna be sad. 24 is an inconvenient number for Gremlin Knob. It means if he hits us on the second turn, we do die. But we can purge debuffs with orange pellets. That's right. We did something that Talger suggested, so we can just blame Talger if we die. All right, I'm gonna do it. It is Gremlin Knob, as predicted. Can I get a Glacier, please? No. Fair enough. Frost Orb or Lightning Orb in front? I think Frost Orb. Maybe it was supposed to be Lightning Orb. We might get lethal next turn if we'd done Lightning Orb. What about Defrag Consume? Seems like it makes him mad and doesn't do that much. Strike hits for 9. Maybe just Defrag Strike. And then next turn's like Loop Zap Strike to purge the debuff. Pretty sure defrag's always happening. I kind of like Consume here because it removes an orb slot. So next turn, if we do Zap Loop, we like put the Lightning Orb in front and evoke the Frost Orb for potential lethal. So we take 1 extra damage here because this blocks for 6 and he hits for 9 or 11. So we take 5 and go to 19. And we don't get to strike. Oh, we do get to strike. So we do 9 plus 7, 16 damage. So he's at 39. This hits him again, so he's down to 32. We put up another zap for another 7, so he is at 25. I don't see this hand doing 25. Oh wait, we have a fire pot. So yes, that's likely lethal. If we draw a zap next turn, it's lethal. Zap strike is lethal. Okay. Zap strike is lethal, right? 14 plus 9 is 23, 43, yep. I'll take it. Frozen egg? Jesus. These relics are nuts. Frozen egg, orange pellets, emotion chip, gold-plated cables. Core surge here, too. Goodness. Where's that bias cog? Alright. 24 is kind of an awkward number for Hexaghost. It would be nice to upgrade the loop, but I don't want to die in Act 1 again. Are we killing Hexaghost in time? This is not like a mega fast killing deck. Maybe we need to rest. Maybe we need to plan on surviving a little bit. This run's got a lot of potential, but we might just die to Hexaghost next floor. I think we might die either way, even if we do rest, which is terrifying. Alright, let's respect the ghost. Let's rest. Cold Snap consumes Zap makes a lot of sense to start with. Could Sweeping Beam looking for what? Defrag? If it's Glacier, we're kind of sad, because then we can't Glacier consume. So I'm going to skip Sweeping Beam. Why do you assume you take 30? It's like a very specific number. Core Surge does more damage than Strike, but Strike doesn't exhaust, so we keep more attacks in the deck. Okay. Get that loop down, nothing else productive to do this turn. We're already blocked out, and I kind of like the lightning orbs, so let's get going. Same reasoning as before. Let's keep the Core Surge around for an extra attack. We could take burn damage just to activate Emotion Chip. But that means we can't play Cold Snap, and I kind of want to play Cold Snap. We're going to play Zap and Cold Snap. How do we want to set this up? Yeah, Inserter obviously would be amazing. Any deck that has Consume wants Inserter. I'm kind of fine with 2 orb slots though. With the Emotion Chip gold-plated cables, having 1 orb slot's really enough, right? Because we loop and gold-plated cables that 1 orb slot. The second one's kind of just a backup. Do we want to end with a Lightning Orb or a Frost Orb here? What does he do next turn? He is boss, he is Hexaghost. Okay, so... Never flame on that move are as follows. So he's going to have 5 fires next turn. So he's going to Sear. So he's going to do 6 damage, but he's got strength, so it'll be 9 damage. Okay. So I think we're fine with a Lightning Orb in front. So we'll zap, then Cold Snap. And we got him. Okay, great. Turns out we were fast enough. We didn't actually need the rest, unfortunately. We would have survived at 5, or maybe even a little higher. So we could have had a free upgrade. There's the Bias Cog. We really don't need to think about this. Because Bias Cog is insane, and we have Orange Pellets, and we have Core Surge. But I guess I will think about it for completeness' sake. What about Electro? Electro gives some AoE. And honestly, it's pretty good, but we have to pick Bias Cog, so I'm going to pick Bias Cog. Okay, alright. I thought about it for as long as I could manage. I wanted to pick Energy. Nuclear Battery is pretty bad here. We're rotating our orbs really quickly, and we have a Consume. Notably, we did not get an Inserter. It's not offered. So I think it's Busted Crown or Cursed Key here. Relic Bar is perfect. Take Key. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a really good Relic Bar. Key seems nice. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying we don't need any more relics. Take the key and we're done. Yep, that makes some sense. Deck is not great at dealing with curses for sure. There's no draw other than this one Sweeping Beam. Busted Crown seems really bad because we have Frozen Egg, so we're looking for powers specifically. Busted Crown is bad with Frozen Egg for 2 different reasons, which are related. So we see 1/3 as many cards, so like we're just 1/3 as likely to see a power, but then also we upgrade our rare chance much slower, and a lot of the rare cards for Defect are powers. So like Second Bias Cog, Echo Form, Creative AI are all probably things we would be looking for, and we would be like less likely to get them with Busted Crown. So it's even worse than the 2/3 of cards that you wouldn't normally see. It's like, I don't know, 4/5 or something. My OBS has gone black again, but now it's back. Okay, sure. How does Rare Chance work? So every time... Okay, so at the beginning of each act, your Rare Chance is set to -2%. Every time you see a non-rare card, the Rare Chance goes up by 1%. And the cards populate from left to right. So on your first card reward, you cannot see a rare card. It goes from like -2, -1, 0%. Then on your second card reward, it's like 1%, 2%, 3%. For elites, it's 10% higher than that. So for elites, you could get all 3. The first one is whatever the chance is plus 10, and the second one would be 8%. And then obviously the boss just shows you 3 rare cards. So if you see a rare from an elite, it does reset your percentage. So there you go. Crazy Mage Mercy. Can you show me what they do? Yeah. So they're these 2 are energy relics. This one makes you take a curse whenever you open a chest. This one gives you fewer cards, and this one channels a plasma. It's not whenever you see a common card, Jerry. It's whenever you see a non-rare card, so it counts common and uncommon cards. Wait, no, I'm not skipping that. Jesus. Okay. Curse Key. I almost clicked skip on the boss relic there on accident. Collector is here. I've only got 114 gold, so we're probably not going on this path, for example. Act 2 question marks are usually quite good. I'm not quite sure that holds up here. Uncommon does push rare chance. Every non-rare card has the chance. is my understanding. I could be wrong, but... maybe this is an opportunity for me to learn. Who knows? So the things you're looking for the question marks are bites, which replaces all your strikes with bites that heal you. Bites would certainly be nice here. Any sort of like Frost Orb centric scaling defect deck generally is going to take a little bit of damage at the beginning of the fight. Bites give you an opportunity to heal back up. So that'd be nice. Apparitions is another option, so if we could be intangible. Apparitions are fairly good. Gives us a chance to block early in the fight while we set up our powers to do the real blocking. So either of those I think would be fine. Ancient Writing would upgrade all of these, which would be amazing. We do have the Forgotten Altar event to consider also, so we don't have Golden Idol. So that one's quite bad. A couple other Act 2 events of note, but those are kind of the big ones. It seems like they're still good, and there's a lot of question marks available, so I think we're probably gonna jam our way through those. And then, like, when we get here, we'll decide if we want 2 fires and a Mega Elite or 2 elites. Both seem pretty appealing. 3 elites available in the Act, if we go for the 2 elite line. If we go for the Mega Elite line, there's lots of fires. And looks like we're going to be forced into this late shop, which will probably be okay by the time we get there, but isn't great now. Other things we could do, we could go to this fire, so we could get a fire and a single elite instead of being forced into a mega, or into 2 elites. But that sacrifices a question mark, and I think I like the question mark. Okay. Rude birds. Double Defend Consume seems okay. Part of the reason I want all the fires is because we have lots of upgrades we need. We need an upgrade on Consume, we need an upgrade on Loop. We'll probably get more cards that need upgrades. Especially if we get Apparitions, those will all need upgrades, ideally. I guess it's really just these two. Okay, well, let's go ahead and consume Double Defend, get the focus scaling started. And take a couple damage. Most dangerous ones are him and him, because he's already buffed and he's going to buff. We'll attack the one with the lowest health, who's buffing. Ouch. Good morning, Jizzo. We can Bias Cog defend Sweeping Beam, which basically wins the fight. Oh wait, we can Bias Cog Glacier Sweeping Beam, which is even better. Presumably that blocks out. I didn't do the math, but it blocks for 58, so good luck with that, birds. Ball Lightning develops a Lightning Orb, which I think is good. Go ahead and give up the Core Surge. Let's go ahead and do Zap Glacier. Actually, no. Let's do Glacier Cold Snap Zap. Blocking for 82. Seems busted. Alright, 2 strikes, or 3 strikes kills him. You press end turn twice to win the fight now. Yeah, Philo birds is a thing. They'll get you. They're summoned by the stone. We've got a lot of block already, so Charge Battery seems a little bit unnecessary. Could be good though. Compile Driver could draw some cards. Kind Compile Driver seems a little bit weak with Consume. It's a little bit hard to set up the 2 orb slots having exactly the right thing. Also, good morning to you, JC. Sorry, I didn't reach you. Compile Driver does say plus on it. Does 10 damage. I could pretty easily just see skipping here. And then we can see what these question marks are up to. I kind of like Charge Battery, though. But every card we take that isn't Bias Cog is, like, diluting the Bias Cogs in the deck. We really just want to play, like, Bias Cog Glacier, some attack, like, as soon as possible every fight. And these cards aren't helping me do that. Thanks for the follow, Max Differ. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. You know what? Maybe Compile Driver does help us play Bias Cog Glacier attack, because it is an attack, and it draws cards. Could draw 2 cards, likely going to draw 1 or possibly 0. Hi, Artie. How's it going? Alright, I'll take a Compile Driver. Sure. Yes. The Red Mask Gang. And thanks for the follow, Crazy Mage Mercy. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. How is this run going? It's going good. We've got Bias Cog, Orange Pellets stuff, and pretty much all of the Defect specific relics. So we've got a lot of focus synergy stuff. I think we'll fight these guys. Glacier blocks out on turn 1. So we'll do that. And then Ball Lightning, Cold Snap, but in what order? Yeah, it seems like you spelled that right. Oh, Collar. Darn. Not color. I guess Strike does 3 more damage than Cold Snap, so I'll just do Strike. And we're already full on Frost Orbs and Block, so. We've been grabbed. Gadzooks. Let's go ahead and Compile Driver. Try and draw some Bias Cog and fail. Core Surge Strike kills Romeo. Defend doesn't do much. And Consume blocks for quite a bit. Consume blocks for less than Core Surge Strike, though, so I think it's just going to be Core Surge Strike. Hiya. Give me that Bias Cog, please. Thank you. Let's see, 9 or 18 plus 6 is actually not blocking out, but Defend only blocks for 1. This makes me like your stream a lot more than others who don't talk at all, let alone explain stuff. Yeah, I don't understand what's the point. Like, I've showed up at streams and had the streamer just like silently playing the game, and I'm like, what is happening here? Why would I watch this? I mean, I don't want to. I'm not trying to insult any other streamers, but like, it seems like you need to be providing content. I guess I understand that it's like, it's kind of difficult to just like talk to yourself for hours. But you know what? That's what the gig is. So if you don't like it, don't do it. Okay. This seems good. Pretty sure we can press end turn to win now, if we would like. You know what? I think I would like. Let's just press end turn. It's very meditative. Alright, we've got ourselves a Red Mask. Barrage is probably bad. We've got a Consume in the deck. Turbo, we're got a 5 energy deck in the fights that are important, so Turbo I think is unnecessary. Recursion can be quite good. I usually think about Recursion as like a Dark Orb centric card. That's why I have a hard time watching speedruns, even though it's more understandable. They don't have time to explain things. Yeah, totally. Yeah, trying to talk to yourself during a speedrun, you just end up like muttering to yourself about stuff. Grumble, grumble, play the whirlwind. And a lot of people, like, when I watch streams, when I watch like Slay the Spire streams, I am like working on something while I'm watching it. I like have it on the second monitor or something. Or did when I had a job that wasn't myself. And like, if somebody isn't describing what's happening and you're not like watching, then you just don't know. I have the same sensation whenever I like, if I remember watching a foreign movie and I like look down at my phone for a second, somebody will speak, and for just like a split second, I'll be like, "Oh crap! Why didn't I understand what that person said?" And it's because like, well, I'm not reading the subtitles right now. I'm reading something else. I have to be actually looking at it to understand. Despite the fact that I'm understanding the thing that they're saying out loud, hearing them is not sufficient to make me understand. Barrage is bad. We have a consume and no source of orb slots, so I don't think we're taking barrage. I think we're just skipping here. Recursion could be a pick, but I don't think it's necessary. If we had like a Thunderstrike in the deck, we would take Recursion. Here's Ancient Writing. Seems like a bonanza worth of upgrades. 8 upgrades. Yes, please. Alright, that probably means we're no on bites now. Because we got all strike pluses. Those strikes are hitting for 12, too. Alright, our second easy pool fight. Let's go ahead and draw Bioscog. No? Okay. He does frail us, so there's some value here to being able to purge debuffs in the future. That being said, blocking out this turn is fairly important too. So let's just go ahead and defrag, consume, and defend. That defend was not necessary. That should have been an attack or something. Bioscog Loop Defend Strike is great. It even purges the frail. You appreciate that I'm streaming so early in the morning? Helps you get through work. Yeah, it's so my job is I'm an indie game developer. So I am doing this stream to try and promote myself, get some internet fame, get some attention, so that when I want to announce my game, which is Rogue Executive, coming probably January 2022, is the goal. Then I have somebody to announce it to. So this for me is my job, right? So I like wake up, I stream for half the day, and then I work on my game for the other half of the day. Is the idea. So yeah, doing it early in the morning makes a lot of sense for me. I'm a morning person, so. We never take damage again, so we don't have to worry about blocking. We can just punch him. Because we block for 22 for free every turn. He only ever hits for 22. He never scales. That's right, announcement of the announcement. If I learned anything at Blizzard, it's that you need to announce your announcements before they happen. Have you released any details about your game? I've talked about it a couple times on stream. Let me pitch it here. It's a sort of okay, so it's a roguelike where all the fights are boss fights, right? So you're sort of like dumped into an arena, and you're doing like a turn-based tactical strategy game where you control a character, and that character has skills, and you sort of like use those skills to fight the boss. So the like metagame environment is that you are like a business owner. The current name is Rogue Executive. Might change. If people want to suggest other names, I'm listening for that. And the current like thematic conceit is you're trying to fill up like a loyalty card of like businesses that you've destroyed. So you like go to some random small business that's like it's a china shop being operated by like a giant minotaur or something, and so you like kill the minotaur, shut down the shop, and then you get a stamp. And if you get enough stamps, you win. And so you fight like 20 boss fights to win the game. And it's like a universe of like superhero scale luchadors, so like really, really wild characters and fun stuff. Yeah, exactly. Bull in a China shop. That's the notion. We took a first compile driver. Do we take a second one? This one's not upgraded. The first one is actually quite good. I underestimated it a little bit. Being able to use compile driver to draw Bioscog is really nice. But I guess you have to draw the compile driver too, so it's not free. I am not doing the art for the game. I cannot do art, and so I shouldn't try and ship my art. There's currently no art in the game. It's currently sort of a mechanical pathfinder, trying to find things that are fun. But that part is almost over. I sort of had that budgeted to the end of this year, and the end of this year is fast approaching. So pretty quickly I'm going to shift to trying to do like concepts for all the characters, and then contracting out some art for those, and like figuring out what the art direction is for the game, which is going to be really challenging for me because I am not an art director. But it is exciting. All right, we're skipping all these. Auto shields blocks in a way that we don't need, and is difficult with loop. Claw is terrible compared to like our strike pluses, which hit for 12, and compile driver I don't think we need. I don't think we need a second one, at least. We really, really, really want to draw Core Surge this turn. So if anything we can do to draw Core Surge is great. So Cold Snap compile driver could draw it, so we'll try it. Darn. Alright, so that dream is dead. We can still purge the debuff. And there's only one power left, so I guess we'll just purge that with the Bioscog when we draw it. I'll play the defrag in the loop now. How does the art part work? Do you just go into a meeting with your artist and just describe what you want? Yeah, basically. I mean, you give people like a prompt, and say like, you know, it should look like this piece of concept or something. Like different artists have different jobs, so they won't all be comfortable like doing like the whole pipeline, right? So if it's like a 3D game, you'd need like a specific person to like do the like modeling and like rigging, and you know, so you probably end up working with a couple different people depending on the pipeline. Yeah, just doing art briefs is really challenging. I think it pays to be kind of minimal, right? So you want to like put the seed of the idea into their brain, and you want to make sure it's the seed of the right idea, but you also want to give the artists, because they're artists, right? They want to make art. So you want to give them the freedom to like make something that amazes you, basically. All right, so consume needs to happen, strike needs to happen, and then I think zap for the end of the turn. Seems okay. Dazes are really dangerous, because if we draw Bioscog and we don't draw... I was going to say, if we draw Bioscog and we don't draw a skill and an attack, we're in big trouble. We just barely did. Alright, so we've purged the debuffs, and it looks like we've blocked out this turn, so that's the most challenging part of the fight over. And let me go grab Coconut. She's probably wondering where my wife is. My wife left the house today. Yeah, I think I'm more lean towards like giving the artist room to take liberties, versus like trying to have a really clear idea and then tell them what to do. Because like if I have a really clear idea, I can try and do it myself. Um, oh no, you're super allergic to cats, Coconut. Why do you do it? What's wrong with JSE? Why can't you just let him hang out? Um, if the last card you play to cleanse debuffs with pellets is a skill slash power, do you still receive the days from Hex? Yes, I believe so. Um, Coconut is like definitely putting up with this, but like not purring. Maybe there's some soft purrs going on. All right, I just couldn't hear him. She's just sitting over there in a sunspot, just hanging out. All right, let's go, Coconut. You want to go on the pillow? Here we go. She knew that was coming. She's ready to go. Alright, this is another fight where we can pretty much press end turn now. I'm not 100% sure we can do that, but fairly confident. Okay. Hi, Spitty. How's it going? Rip and Tear is nice. We don't really have any strength, and our strikes already hit for 12, so I don't think we're picking it. But it is nice. Could pick a Cold Snap. It would be... We've currently got 3 Frost Orbs per shuffle, which seems like enough. I might add like a Cool Headed to the mix. I don't think I'm adding a Cold Snap. So I think I'm no on all these. Second Charge Battery. Or I guess we didn't pick the other Charge Battery, huh? So, Charge Battery. No. No, I don't think so. Very strong defensive deck already. Feels like we can fight a Mega Elite, but we're also a little bit low on health, so I think we go rest and then fight a Mega Elite. Seems like a reasonable plan. We definitely are going to take some damage before we finish setting up, so resting should work with that. Of course it's Strength Slavers. Who else would it be? Alright, we have 5 energy, so we're playing all the cards, and I think we're targeting Red Slaver. You just found out the lessons learned can upgrade itself. Yes, it can. Alright, so it's going to be Bias Cog first, and then Purging Debuffs. Let's see if we can kill the Red Slaver with this dual cast. Nope. Alright, not really much of a point in targeting him with the Cold Snap then, because he's just not going to die. I guess I'll target him anyway, so that next time we have a Lightning Orb, it can kill him. Lightning Orbs do 8 currently, so... Alright, defend, zap, loop seems okay to me. Sweeping Beam kills him, nice. Let's go ahead and kill this guy too. Looks like we can press E to win now. I guess he scales eventually, so we can't really, but it feels like we can. Alright, that went pretty well. Strength Slavers is no joke. Mummified Hand is great. Wow, this relic bar is nuts. Can I get like a bird face urn? Is that the next thing we want? Loot Plus seems busted. Reboot's nice too, kinda. But it's no Loot Plus. It looks like you're only listing 6 cards there, Spitty, so there must have been a 7th card that you like already played that costs 0, maybe? I don't know about skipping Snecko Eye and Watcher. It definitely, like, Watcher is the most likely to skip Snecko Eye. Why is there doubt in your deck, Spitty? Watchers is most likely to skip Snecko-Eye, not because she's strong, but because it really sucks to get the cost of a retained card randomized. So if you've got a bunch of retained cards, then Snecko-Eye can be pretty bad. Oh, okay. I usually don't take the money unless there's a shop like very soon, but in 3 steps is reasonable. Okay, so I think let's see. Are we trying to upgrade at both of these? It seems ambitious. Let's rest at one of them and upgrade at the other one. And we're probably not opening this chest. Although, actually we could. We could open it and then remove the card here, or remove the curse there. It's not terrible. We actually have to take blue key, so I guess we should open it and then take the key at least. Okay. And then we rest here in case we get, like, war paint, and then we have more information about what we should be upgrading here. I guess if we get a fruit, then we want to rest after, but no, actually, fruits don't make you lose extra health. Alright, this is a small chest, but we're going to open it anyway, because we need blue key still. Oh, it is data disk, wow. Maybe we just take data disk. Data disk is super good. It does force us to open an Act 3 chest. I wanted this to be Sapphire Key, but I want that data disk. Yeah, data disk is too good. I can't ignore that. I'm taking it. Okay, seems like we're smithing here. Loop seems great. Loop's getting even better. The more focus we get, the better the loop upgrade gets. Consume is not getting better. Okay. All right, we're gonna get confused here. Oh wait, no we're not. Core Surge to the rescue. Ball Lightning Compile Driver could draw Bias Cog, and we actually don't want to draw Bias Cog because we don't have any skills in hand. I guess we have Core Surge, so it doesn't matter. But we want Core Surge, we want the artifact to hit the Confused, so we don't want to do that. So we're not going to draw any cards. So we'll play the Compile Driver before the Ball Lightning. The thing with Snecko-Eye is you have to treat all cards purely by the value of their text instead of by comparing it to their cost. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's tempting to be like, I shouldn't pick any zero-cost cards because I have Snecko-Eye, but like, in reality, zero-cost cards sometimes are just good anyway. Consume Glacier's nice. Okay. Alright, I'll play all the cards and have an extra energy. And purge debuffs for no reason. Offering best card, change your mind. I won't. Offering is great. You're free to think that one. There's a lot of best card discussions, and they're a little bit vacuous, right? Because, like, no card is the best in a vacuum, right? The quality of a card depends on the context it's in. Let's play Cold Snap, then Zap. No, I want the Zap in the front. We're killing him next turn, so... Or we're killing him now. Okay, fine. So yeah, my only criticism of offering as best card is that the distinction of what best card even means is not super clear. Yeah, offering can definitely get you killed. I really love the offering and intangible interaction. That's got a little special place in my heart, where I'm like, whatever, I can just offer nothing. I've had offering and intangible and tungsten rod, and I was like, yes, I'll play all the offerings. I think I also had a Snecko Eye, though, so it was like a kind of an expensive offering. Static Discharge says plus on it. We have Orange Pellets for purging debuffs. We have quite a few powers at this point. Loop, Defrag, Loop, and Bioscog, so I don't think we really need to take a power just for power purposes. So I think no on Static Discharge. No on Turbo. We've got 5 energy sometimes, so that seems fine. And a Mummified Hand now. I guess that maybe we should pick Static Discharge. Bioscog and Mummified Hand is a lot of stuff. So maybe we're picking like Heat Sinks if we see it. We also have Frozen Egg. Seems like a Heat Sinks deck. Anything with Mummified Hand immediately makes you start thinking Heat Sinks. And Mummified Hand and Frozen Egg and Orange Pellets seems crazy. But we don't have Heat Sinks yet, and Static Discharge I think is probably like the last card that gets added. Like if you already have a Heat Sinks and you already have Storm, then like Static Discharge is fine, but it's never good. Okay, probably want to remove that, that Parasite. I don't hate a second Defrag. Can we afford card remove, second Defrag, and Warpaint? I think no, we cannot. We can't even afford Warpaint and card remove. Drat. We can afford Defrag, card remove, and Potion, which seems fine. Explosive Pot is quite good in the Gremlin Leader fight. It can't be Slavers, right? So it's kind of only good against one of the two. Are we too slow against Book of Stabbing? There's a bit of concern there. I think we'll be fine with Defrag card remove. Um, 100 gold left. I guess we could buy Jack of all trades. Marty, you've said it. Why did you say it? Oh, you probably tried to push apostrophe and failed. I hate that. It's likely that playing it with 11 HP is still worth. Yeah, probably. Would the Static Discharge have been worth it just for Book of Stabbing? I definitely should have thought about it. I hate that apostrophe thing. I do that all the time. And it's like, it's guaranteed to cut off your message in an awkward place, right? It's like you're in mid-word. Alright, I'll buy this anyway. It could still be Gremlin later, so... If it is Book of Stabbing, we're in a bit of trouble. But I think we probably survive. Alright, it is Book of Stabbing. But we get bias on turn 1, so GG. Is it like bias, Glacier, Ball Lightning, Compile Driver? That seems wrong, right? We'd be drawing with 0 energy. So it's like bias, Defrag, Glacier, Ball Lightning. That seems great. Let's actually put the Ball Lightning in front. We want to do a lot of damage. So bias. Oh, right. We've got Mummified Hand. So we kind of want to hit Glacier with it. So I'll Ball Lightning before I play Defrag and give myself a 50-50. Alright, so we can still draw with 1 energy, and that's fine. I'm not sure Cold Snap is actually good. Exhausting Ascender's Vein is great, but Cold Snap costs us a Lightning Orb, and we need the Lightning Orb. So I'm going to skip that. We've got the gold-plated cables too, so we get extra procs out of that. Alright, we need a block for 21. We can do that easily. So I think we get some more focus and play the cards. We've already blocked for 24. Let's see what this is. Alright. Loop Triple Strike seems great. Toss in a defend just for fun. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're not too slow. That was a perfect Book of Stabbing. Oh my god, a 3rd Loop Plus? Is that too many? What's my limit for Loop Pluses? This is a weird question to be asking. I've got a data disk, 2 defrags, and a bioscog. I mean, loop is amazing, right? I'll take another loop, sure. Whatever. Liquid Memories doesn't actually do very much in the deck. Can you imagine if this boss reward has a inserter in it? Just imagine. Just think about that for a second. We actually don't even really need the consume anymore. We've got so much focus just from powers. If we just play all the cards, we've got 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 5 is 10 focus. That's plenty. We should probably just like remove the consume. What does Liquid Memories do? I guess Liquid Memories can help us purge debuffs on an important turn if we like don't draw. If we draw like 4 powers or something, we can go get the missing part. Yeah, that seems important. Blessing of Forge isn't doing much. Almost all of our cards are upgraded. All the strikes and defense are. All the powers are. It's just like consume and zap dual cast that it hits. It was pretty low value. Okay. Moving on. I want to do 21 damage to Centurion. So that she heals. And the only way to do that is either Explosive Pot and Get Lucky, or Explosive Pot and Liquid Memories for the Ball Lightning. Explosive Pot is not tremendously useful in Collector, but it is useful. But it's also useful in this fight, so I think I'll use it now. Let's get lucky. Darn. Oh wait, she actually is going to heal herself now. Alright, Sweeping Beam. I was going to say, show me a Frost Orb. Looked like she was nice. We are blocked out. I'm going to go ahead and Core Surge instead of Loop. If we draw Bioscog and we don't get the right comp to purge debuff, I still want to be able to play it. No, let's just play Loop. Oh, and Core Surge. Great. Sure. We took 1. Enough to proc a motion chip. God, this deck is so busted. I love it. Bioscog. I'm not going to play a Consume even though it costs 0. I just want the Lightning Orb instead. This is like one of the most busted decks I've ever played. You shouldn't be able to do this in Act 2. GA is a little bit late. Helps set up, though. I'm not sure what the dream is for Hologram. Seems like it doesn't do much. None of the powers ever end up in the discard, so Hologram doesn't really work for that. Yeah, I think GA is just amazing. Maybe we get an Echo form. I think I'm actually smithing GA, since it's a little bit late. Increasing the scaling rate seems pretty important. You gotta love an Act 2 where you get to the end of the act and you're just like, no question, upgrading. You've like got plenty of health. It's just really nice feeling. Okay, let's get some Frost Orbs down, then a Loop. And I guess we're playing all the cards because of Mummified Hand. Do we play Consume in this fight? Not sure. Definitely play Zap. We're already blocked out this turn. I think I want to keep my 3 orb slots rather than play Consume. Consume might just never get played again. Draw me a skill. Okay, that failed, so we're gonna have to use the liquid memories to get back a skill. Because I want to play Bioscog. And I don't want to lose focus. So the only skill is either Consume or Glacier. Probably going to be Glacier. Okay. Do we Firepot, or are we trying to save that for Act 3? Firepot's not amazing in Act 3. I think this is too disrespectful of Collector. We already block out, yeah. So it's just we're just trying to avoid mistargeting the Lightning Orb, basically. I think it's still worth it. Okay, time for GA to get procced and the loop to go. I think we can actually just press end turn to win this fight. I don't believe Collector ever scales. Is that true? Oh, she does. She buffs, yeah. Okay. So if we're really slow, she'll outscale us, but that's not going to happen. Do we have any powers left for purging? We've missed our core surge. Let's see, do we play Ball Lightning? We need the Frost Orbs for block, but leaving a Frost Orb in the front is usually enough. Go with the extra damage. Just casually blocking for 72. We're using a Strike Plus to make sure our Lightning Orbs don't miss target here. That's crazy. Glacier puts a Lightning Orb in front. I guess Cold Snap does too. She attacked the last 2 turns, so she actually can't attack next turn. She has to buff or spawn. So I'm going to Cold Snap her and put the Lightning Orbs in front. Yikes. That is a lot of damage. Max damage here is Consume Zap Dualcast, which may be lethal. Go up to 15 damage per Lightning Orb, 20 if it's evoked, and then we evoke 3 times and have 1 left at the end of the turn. So 15 plus 20 times 3. 20 times 3 is 60, so we're off by 3, so yeah, it is actually lethal with the strike. Sweet. You're out of time, Collector. Okay, it's a deck that can play Meteor Strike. Does it want to? I think the answer is no. I think we just don't even want Meteor Strike, even though we can play it, which is kind of nuts. Because, like, Plasma Orbs, what do they do? I think we just play Buffer. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty weird to have a deck that can easily play Meteor Strike and just doesn't when offered. Maybe it's a reboot. Buffer is okay. Buffer, like, usually costs 0, blocks some damage, but reboot helps us draw the Bioscog, which is, like, what we actually care about, right? Reboot also exhausts. I guess Buffer and Reboot also both exhaust. It's actually a pretty thin deck after we play all the powers. We lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards after they're all played, so it's like a 16 card deck. So if we've played all the cards, and Reboot draws 4 out of 16. That's true. Reboot also helps us get the orange pellets going. Yeah, actually, what's the skill attack balance in the deck? So we've got 4 attacks here, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skills. Oh, it's already perfectly balanced. Okay. The problem with Reboot is, like, sometimes you've drawn the first, like, 20 cards in the deck, and the last 5 contains Bias Cog, and you're like, well, I can't reboot now. I'd be putting 19 cards in front of Bias Cog, right, if it shuffles back to the bottom. So Reboot, like, it seems like it would be good, because it's cost 0 and it draws 4 cards, but in reality, it has a lot of miss range. It could be Skip here. Seriously considering Skip. Reboot is not amazing. It's definitely no Seek. Yeah, Buffer's okay, but like the hardest fight is the Heart. And Buffer often blocks like, I don't know, 6 damage against the Heart. It can be really awkward to set up buffers against like the Beat of the Heart and stuff, the multi-attack. It's really good against like Time Lord and like Awakened One and stuff though. So we could definitely pick it. I think Buffer is like a safer pick than Reboot. Reboot can miss, Buffer can't really miss. But both of them are cards that aren't Bias Cog, which I'm not super happy about picking. We have so many defrags now, though. There's like a lot of ways to get focus. I'll go ahead and grab a Buffer. Probably going to be Empty Cage. We don't really need the energy, and potions are a fairly important Act 4 resource. Empty Cage can get rid of, like, Zap. And, like, a Strike Plus, I guess. I kind of want to remove a skill and an attack if I'm doing the Empty Cage, because I want to keep that perfect balance. Empty Cage helps us draw towards Bias Cog faster, which seems good. I also want to be removing permanent cards. I don't want to be removing like Core Surge or like GA. I mean, obviously those cards are great, but I'm just picking random exhaust cards. I don't want to be removing loops or anything. 2 of the attacks draw, so we can be in Compile Driver, so those ones are pretty good for setting up orange pellets. I'm definitely not removing Zap and Ball Lightning, because then I run out of Lightning Orbs. Removing Zap makes me feel a little weird, though, because then, oh yeah, remove Consume, good call. Yeah, Consume's been asking for a remove, good point. I totally forgot about that. So then it's like Consume Strike. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So it would be Consume Strike if we do Empty Cage. Sozu would give us 6 energy sometimes. And by sometimes I mean in all the important fights. But with this Mummified Hand, we actually haven't... We've been, like, having extra energy with just 5. So we would need to find some, like, skims for the extra energy to be good. Fusion Hammer is actually pretty insane, though, because we have Frozen Egg, and our deck is full of upgraded cards, so we're, like, probably never adding a card that needs an upgrade again. So, like, Fusion Hammer is basically free 6 energy. I guess if we are adding Skim, though, Skim could not be upgraded, and then we wouldn't be able to upgrade it. Skim doesn't really need an upgrade, though, so... yeah, I think the dream for both of these is getting more card draw. And it seems like Fusion Hammer has a less important downside, so it's definitely Fusion Hammer over Sozu. I think it's probably still Sozu over Skip, but those are both eliminated. So it's a Fusion Hammer versus Empty Cage. Empty Cage gets rid of Consume Strike. Consume and Strike are pretty bad. I think it's probably Empty Cage. The card draw thing is kind of cute, but we don't have it right now. I guess we do have a Swift Pot, but we can already do fine things with a Swift Pot. Okay. Alright, true to my word, Consume was never played again. Awakened one first. He heard about all of our powers and wants to check it out. How do we beat Awakened one? I think we're fine, actually. He scales up really high, but then we scale up higher. We might need a source of orb slots, but like Loop is kind of a source of orb slots, so I think we're probably fine. Probably just looking for elites. We do have to put a shop after the chest, ideally. Ooh, there aren't any. We might have to take a Cursed Act for. So maybe we're looking for question marks after the shop, after the relic, so that we can use the question mark to remove with like I guess Falling Event won't ever do it. How do you remove a curse? Purifier obviously would do it, but that's rare. Tricky. Well, it seems like we want to get here, and then probably go either here or there, depending on what the curse looks like. If it's a like high roll curse, we can just go through more elites. So if we want to get here, then we're going to go one of these two ways. And it looks like we're dodging the early shop. That's a lot of fights. We're probably fine with fights, but we definitely can get beat up. If it's like a double Orb Walker or something. Oh wait, double Orb Walker is just that's the sphere event. You can't get that naturally. Yeah, I guess the fights aren't too scary, right? It's like Darklings and shapes and stuff. It's not a big deal. Okay. Here's single Orb Walker. Okay, take a little bit of damage. Not a big deal. Just enough to trigger a motion chip. Yeah, Buffer's super good in this fight. Can we play the whole hand? Let's play Sweeping Beam first and see what we draw. Could be Bioscog. It isn't. If we play Defend, do we get to play the whole hand? Defrag could hit either the 2-cost things or this. Yeah, we get to play the whole hand. Okay. Neat. Blocking for 45, putting up 2 buffers seems great. Hey, Snail Crazy. We got Bioscog and a Purge, so that seems good. Let's start with Compiler. I guess the fight's over, so we'll just be done. Is Defect related to the Orb Walkers? My personal understanding of it is that Defect is a shopkeeper who ran away. That's my read on the situation. I talked about adding a Cool-Headed Plus earlier, and here is one. Helps us get to Bioscog faster. It's an extra Frost Orb. Sure. It's up against Hello World. Hello World's like, maybe if we had heat sinks we would pick it, but we don't. So let's grab Cool-Headed. Aha! Speaking of double Orb Walker. Alright. Give me your rare relic. I like it. I think I take it. Yep, I'm gonna keep proccing the GA. We've been proccing it every fight. It's just that we picked it up really late. We picked it up on floor like 33 or something, so we've been doing it, but it is behind. Okay, double defend blocks out. Strike on the weaker one. Starting kind of slow here. Oof. Probably like Glacier Defend, does that block out? Let's see, so Glacier blocks for 7, so up to 13, then we'd have 3 Frost Orbs for an extra 9. So it's only like 24. Yeah, I think we need some focus. Let's go ahead and use the Swift Bat. No help. Alright, let's see what loop decosts. There's most things hit. The only real miss is like the Zap. Core Surge. Okay, Cold Snap's fine. Is it fine? Is it like Glacier Cold Snap then? I was kind of hoping it would hit Glacier. Maybe it's like Cold Snap, Dual Cast, Defend. Yeah, that seems like it's the max block. Glacier doesn't do enough. We could Core Surge instead to help set up for the Bioscog. There is 2 skills here. 2 skills, 2 attacks. So definitely not guaranteed to get the Bioscog with the good friends. This blocks for 12. So we're blocking for 21 total. They're hitting for 32 currently. Seems like Defend is pretty warranted. Okay. I guess we're playing all the cards. Oh boy, this is looking dangerous. Jay and Buffer are both great. I think we'll go ahead and play Bioscog too. This turn is guaranteed to purge debuff, so we lose 1 focus, but that's fine. We do get to purge this this focus down next turn after losing 1. All right. And the skill is either Glacier or Defend. We're already blocked out. I think I like Glacier just to put the Lightning Orb in front. We need to do some damage, so we've got 6 copies of Loop. Let's take advantage of them. So no Cold Snap. Dual Cast is lethal. Okay. Well, that was scary. Peace Pipe's not particularly good. None of these are good either. Traps. GA blocks the first one, Buffer blocks the other 2. Seems like the plan. And I guess Dual Cast because it's free, so then Ball Lightning Dual Cast. I kind of want to keep the Lightning Orb. Does 18 damage to random targets though. Yeah, I'll just keep the Lightning Orb. Once again, no skill for the Bioscog. I guess we can skill pot 4-1. Skill pot seems pretty responsible since we're taking a bunch of damage too. I guess I should have been more careful about saving my energy. Was not thinking about Reinforced Body. Need to get these Exploders dead. Or I guess we can just block. Or both. That's true, we can Peace Pipe the curse. Good point. If we rest. Alright, Zap and Defrag will eventually end the fight. Go ahead and play Loop 2. We're blocking for 70, so I think we can afford a couple attacks. Okay. Streamline's a no. Cold Snap stack also knows. No, thank you. Maybe we're supposed to take a stack or something? We're having trouble lining up the skill and the attack for the orange pellets, but I think we need things that draw. Yeah, we need more draw. Alright, Defrag. We can remove his debuff, but he will reapply it. He's the only enemy in the game who reapplies buffs. Let's go ahead and put the Frost Orbs in front. That's what I want. And then get debuffed. Alright, GA Loop Strike removes the debuffs. I think I'll start with the Cool-Headed first. See what we're getting. Can we play the whole hand? I would like to play Buffer. GA Defrag I think is enough. So we'll Defrag first. Oh great, we're playing Buffer, okay. So now we do get to play the whole hand. I don't mind putting the Lightning Orb in front now that we've got some focus. Great. I'll go ahead and play the Strike and shuffle the Loop so that we can remove debuffs again in the future, although we're blocking the current one with the artifact. He will continue to try to reapply it over and over. He does not care. I actually have to play a Defend here to block. Don't quite have enough block by itself. I guess we also have Lethal. Okay. Second Cool Head. If it was a plus, I would take it. As a minus, I'm not sure. I think no on Cool Head minus. And obviously no on the two attacks. Alright, moving on. Got some Darklings. GA blocks out this turn. Go ahead and develop a Frost Orb in front with a Lightning Orb behind it. Ooh, Lightning Orb agrees with my target. Very nice, Lightning Orb. Once again, Bias Cog with no skill. We'll go for it anyway, though. We're also taking some damage. Alright, we need to purge debuffs this turn, which means Cool-Headed needs to draw an attack. Okay, it did. I've lost my Lightning Orbs now. Darklings do scale over time, so there's a slight danger they outscale us, but very slight. We basically just need to play a Lightning Orb to outscale them. We haven't found one yet. If we can put that Lightning Orb in front, we should get lethal this turn. Great. A fourth Loop Plus? It seems like we've got enough loot pluses. I don't think we want more loot pluses at this point. I think I will take a compile driver, though. Drawing 2 cards with an attack seems like something we want to be doing. I've been kind of hot and cold on compile driver. I've taken some and skipped others. But I think a 4th loop is wrong. Hey, sous chef. How's it going? Yeah, I think no on 4th loop. It is tempting, though. I mean, I don't know. If I had 2 bias cogs, I would take another loop, but I don't. So I need to draw that bias cog. Elite with 28 health. Or like rest. Seems like we could die. If it is Reptomancer. And we don't get set up very quickly. Yeah, I think I'll rest. Seems like we can be pretty conservative here since we're, like, pretty well set up. Upgrading all of our cards is not very valuable. Taking a doubt is obviously bad, and fighting a boss seems pretty easy. Worst boss is usually Hexaghost, and that probably applies here. It's going to hit us for quite a bit on turn 2. Okay. Loop, loop, cool-headed defrag. Seems like we're going to be blocking for a lot on turn 2. We'll go ahead and proc the GA. I'm not sure we're shuffling back to it. I think we're going to Ball Lightning Compile Driver, try and draw a bias cog. Hey, there it is. Wait a minute. We haven't played a skill this turn. Maybe Sweeping Dream draws a skill. Ooh, it does. Okay. That was a little bit dangerous, probably not necessary. Glacier puts a Lightning Orb in front, so it increases our damage. Increases our damage. Slight understatement. It does decrease our block, but we've got way more block than we need. This is lethal. Okay. Hey, we got Fossilized Helix, that's nice. 3rd Defrag Plus seems great in the deck. Okay. I mean, we are fighting Awakened Ones, so maybe we should have some sort of restraint about picking powers, but I kind of don't think so. Just give it to me. I'll take it all. Bonfire Spirits. We do have some health to heal. Maybe we can give him, like, a Core Surge. Yeah, a little too slow. I mean, you're not wrong. It is a little slow. I mean, yeah, if we're just using it as like a card remove, we could remove a Strike Plus or Zap or something. I always forget how this event works. Hold on just a second. Let me remember what the options are. It is heal to full for an uncommon card. That's the one I was wondering about. We could give them one of the many loops. Yeah, there's basically no extra uncommons, right? I'm not giving them a genetic algorithm or a loop or a defrag or glacier, so no uncommons are happening. It's rare or nothing. Core Surge is not tremendously valuable. Core Surge is normally super good, but we proc Bias Cog so regularly that it's really not necessary. And going up to 80 health is pretty reasonable. So I think I will give them a Core Surge. Alright, we have to open this chest to go to Act 4. So it hurts a little bit, but we will do it. The pain! The pain. We do have Toke, so we can remove that at a campsite. But we also need to recall at a campsite, so a lot of pressure on these last two campsites. The conservative path to two campsites is this way. The aggressive path is this way. It's possible we end up like recall and rest if we get beat up in an elite fight. I think we're pretty unlikely to get beat up in an elite fight. I guess there's a really conservative path where we just fight 2 hallway fights and rest twice. Or get 2 campfires. Aggressive does have a bail option, but we have to fight this elite. So even if we do bail, it's like rest, bail, recall, and we still have a pain in the deck for the Act 3 bosses. I think we're going to go for the aggressive path. We've got full health, fossilized helix. It's a really strong deck. Let's go for it. Pain fossilized helix is not great. It's not my favorite. This is an awful turn 1. Just terrible. I guess actually Pain is not terrible with the emotion chip. Causes we can trigger our own emotion chip. Super bad turn 1 though. Oh wait, hold on. There's a line I didn't consider where we just don't attack him. I think that's better. Yeah. Amy Joe yes I am is correct. This is just an end turn. Yeah, I knew about the helix. I was just like, I was bemoaning how the helix was bad rather than thinking about what I could do with the helix. Okay. No bias cog. This could draw it. Nope. GA Cold Snap makes a lot of sense. Maybe just like GA Loop, see what we get. Nothing's bad. I guess I'll loop first. Okay. GA Defend blocks for 30, 33 total. We could Dex Pot to add 2 to it. I'd rather save the Dex Pot. Dex Pot's not super valuable. It's 4 health here. Maybe more. If I had 2 potion slots, I would do it, but I think with a potion slot open, I'd rather save it for a harder fight. Is there a harder fight? Maybe this is the hardest fight left in the game. This is like Reptomancer or Nemesis or Giant Head. It seems like Nemesis and Giant Head are like free kills, and Reptomancer's a little bit scary, but like we're already taking damage here. It's possible we just like way outscale Reptomancer too. I think I'm gonna do it. Okay. Guess I'll play the powers. Alright, we need to proc Bioscog here, so it's going to be like Loop Glacier Compile Driver. And then I guess a couple strikes. And then I think we can just sit here now, because he never hits that hard. But that's less fun, so let's play some cards. I guess Ball Lightning is better. Lightning Orbs are better than Frost Orbs in this fight, so... play nothing because we have Pain, and we're already blocked out. Okay. Rainbow? It's our first offered source of Dark Orbs in the run. Seems pretty unnecessary. Doesn't draw cards. Same with Charge Battery and Beam Cell. We're just no on these. Alright, well that hurt a little bit. Much more health than I was expecting to lose from a question mark. We lost 28 health. But we don't have a choice, so we charge on. Luckily, it's Giant Head. Also, luckily... Oh wait, I was going to say luckily we get a proc on turn 1, but we actually don't. Do we skip Bioscog here? Maybe this turn is just like defrag, buffer, defend. Because if we don't get Orange Ball's proc next turn, we're in some trouble. If we play Bioscog now. Also, do we save GA or do we play it now? I think we're probably going to shuffle in the fight, so I think we save GA. Those are always happening. I think we're going to get there. Oof, we didn't get there this turn. Ah, that hurts. Oops, should have played the defense before the strike for slow procs. Alright, wow. Pain is going to take all the buffer. But we have to do it, because we need the proc. Gross. Okay. Glacier puts the lightning orb in front. Which makes it hit all the loop stuff. And I think we kind of need to get started. Can we press end turn until it's dead? I don't think that's true. No, he keeps scaling up. Does he do 70 top? Are people sure about that? Let me look it up. I thought he kept scaling. Yeah, no, you're just wrong. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, he never does more than 70. Shoot, you're right. Okay, great. Well, let's just press end turn. It is time. Time for what, Giant Head? Time for us to press end turn for a long time? Ooh, he's scaling up. 55. What's gonna happen? 60. There should be an achievement for getting hit by a Giant Head for 70. 65. I guess we can channel one more lightning. Because this one's only doing 12. 70. Oh yeah, we can still strike. But like, this deck is an end turn specialist. So we're just letting end turn do the work. We're just practicing. Why are you still here? Why am I still here? What are we doing here? You're saying goodbye way too early, Giant Head. We're only halfway through this fight. Who are we? Yeah, it's really curious that he stopped scaling. I guess they wanted to support this type of shenanigan, where you can block for 70 every turn. They didn't want him to eventually kill you. Seems like really unnecessary to support this kind of shenanigan, though. It's fun. I don't know. I like pressing end turn. This is relevant to my interests. I'll take it. If they didn't think it would happen, then why did they limit his scaling? Alright. We did it. Very late Gira with only 2 campfires left. We need to recall one of them and we need a peace pipe for the other one, so this Gira is completely useless. Hyper Beam is definitely not happening. I guess Hyper Beam was better back when we had the Core Surge. We could have like gotten power and then also played Hyper Beam. Chill's kind of fun. Chill prevents us from drawing Bioscog, which is important, so no. Okay, so we're at the campfire. We've got 5 options. Only like 3 of them are real. We're never lifting, we're never smithing. We need to recall, probably need to toke. Pain's pretty bad. I think we might bail here. So that we can like recall here, skip, toke. Yeah, we took a lot of damage to that transient, so I think we're bailing. Recall here in case we take more damage to question marks and have to rest here, which is the nightmare. Okay, this is our second wheel of this run. Maybe the second wheel was, maybe the other wheel was with a different run. Ooh, a card remove. Okay, I guess we don't have to toke. Great. Thanks, wheel guy. Man, the wheel guy's been real good to us today. That's super nice. Let's see, do we still want question marks? We already did Mind Bloom. Yeah, so if we do a question mark, we could get Tesseract, which is really good. We've already done Sphere. Alright. Oh, triple jawworm, okay. Let's go ahead and drink this regen pot. Our slots are full, so I would hate to exit the fight without using one of them. And it seems like we're going to need the regen pot, so. Defrag Glacier blocks out. And we're going to play all these on somebody. One of the buffing ones, the one with the lower health. Oh. I said all of them. I did not mean that, apparently. Alright, can I have a Bioscog? No. I should have targeted this one. They both buffed the same number of times and he was lower. Wouldn't have had to chew through as much health with him. Alright, compile driver, can I have my Bioscog? Nope. Oh, maybe Coolhead draws it. Yes, it does. Okay, great. So now we've got a million focus. And hopefully we can play the buffer if Mummified Hand is kind. It isn't. I guess we still got a 50-50. Which we missed. Okay, whatever. Sure. Okay. Do any of these do anything? Tempest is kind of tempting. We've got a lot of energy. No, we've only got 3 orb slots. You skip it. Okay. Lift, toke, and rest seem like the options. Probably just gonna rest. We go up to 78. We miss out on 4 health worth of value. Not a huge deal. Nothing really important wants an upgrade. Oh, we did miss a genetic algorithm proc in that last fight. That's too bad. Lift doesn't really do anything. So I think we'll just rest. Toke a loop. Could do, not crazy. We have a lot of loops. Okay, so Let's Glacier Compile Jar, see if we can draw Bioscog. We did not. We drew Defrag instead. Very well. Should probably drink this Strength Bot in this fight. It's not a very useful potion, and this fight is kind of hard. Obviously, should have drank it before I did all the stuff, but, you know. Time travel and all that. Is this particular defrag good? We're currently blocking for, let's see, 34, 39. We have no loops up. I think we play all the defrags and all the loops. And then we just outscale him. Let's see. So let's do the math on this. If we play all the power stuff and Bioscog never takes away a focus, and we like skip buffer maybe, what do we end up with? So we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 powers in addition to the one we've already played. So we give him additional 12 strength. He goes up to 16 strength. He does a raw 6 times 4 with 16 strength. That is 22 times 4, which is 88 damage, which just seems like we easily outscale. We block for like way more than 88 regularly. So I think we defrag. Alright, Trat. Well, loops aren't particularly good right now. So I think it's probably just like Ball Lightning Defend Strike right now. Because loops give us block at the beginning of the turn, but they make us take damage now. How does this turn work out? So if we play Defend, we block for 18 now, and then 7 times 3 is 21. 18 plus 21 is 39. He hits for 11, so we're down to 28. We block the first 2, then we lose a buffer, then he hits us for 12. And if we played the 2 loops, we would take 24 instead. Or we would take the second 2 hits, whatever they are. So they would be an additional 8 damage on top of that. Seems like a lot of damage. Not take it. Alright, Compile Driver draws Bias Cog sometimes. Great, it did this time. We've got a Defend in hand, so we can purge debuffs. I'm not sure if we ever need GA, but I'm going to save it just in case. I believe we've gotten to the fight to the point where we can end turn. Oh wait, we haven't played the loops, so we're not scaling like crazy yet. So I'll save the GA in case we need it before the loops come down. And indeed, it is useful here. He's hitting for 18 times 4, which is 40 plus 32, which is 72, which he's already blocked out. So I think this loop is safe. I didn't technically do the math, but... what about this loop? It's currently hitting for 80. We're well over blocking that, so I think this one's safe too. Alright. And now we press end turn a lot. Seems like that's how the deck's supposed to work, so I think we'll just respect that. We press end turn until we win. This is end turn Defect. Actually, we're doing 15 damage a turn, he has 15 regeneration, so that doesn't actually work. So, we're gonna go ahead and use the attacks. That would take forever. Took me a second to notice, but yeah. Need to do a little bit better than that. Oops. I guess this is fine. Okay. Gotta be careful with the orb slots. Keep that frost orb in front. I guess if we get 2 lightning orbs, we can press E. And you all know that I like to press E, so... we'll just go find another lightning orb. Okay, there we go. Now we can press E. Is 112 enough? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's taking 15 damage a turn now, so it should be, what, like 6 turns or something? I'll go ahead and play the strikes. Why not? Alright. Let's go ahead and strike Compiler over so we can set up buffer for the next phase. That's cute. Without costing any strength. Pretty sure we've already outscaled him for this phase 2, because his scaling for this phase is actually lower. His max is a 3 times attack. 26 times 3 is not as high as our thing, so we can press E to win. He will void us a lot, but that's fine. I've got time. I don't need the energy. It's weird. It's really weird that his scaling is lower in his second phase. I don't think there's any boss that gets easier in his second phase other than this one. And that's only if you play a lot of powers. I guess Donu Deca, if you want to consider those phases, gets easier. Any multi-enemy fight gets easier the further the fight goes on. It's funny how we never found any orb slots with this. We wanted to be like a consume inserter deck, but that's very much not what's happening. It'd be really nice to get a capacitor in Mech 4. I wonder why they didn't make it so that the Act 3 boss fight gives you a boss reward. If I was thinking about how to make Act 4, I would definitely assume at the beginning that you get another boss relic, but maybe you end up too strong. Maybe like the game just isn't fun anymore if you have 7 energy. It's pretty curious. Alright. Almost done here. Press an end turn against Awaken 1. All those voids. He's got plans. And plans will not work. We're too strong, Awaken 1. No, yeah, he can't ever hit us. We've got him. Okay. He doesn't scale in phase 2. Alright, Time Eater should be trivial for this deck. This is like the ultimate Time Eater deck. Go ahead and get a couple loops down. Strikes are just a waste of time, right? So yeah, I'll just leave the time on the clock. Alright. 2 defends, blocks the first 12, and then the buffer takes the other 2. Not super card efficient, but I'll do it anyway. He's doing a lot of those triple attacks. Those are the ones that are good against me. Maybe he knows. Currently blocking for 16. He's hitting for 24, so defend blocks out perfectly. Okay. Oh, I forgot that we have gold-plated cables. Oops. Alright, there is Bias Cog and a debuff Purge. We have to be careful not to play 5 cards, or not play more than 5 cards, but that seems pretty easy to accomplish. Okay, great. Now we just need a Lightning Orb, and I think we can just press end turn after that. You're already blocked out, so go ahead, Time Lord, do your worst. And that'll be the last card we play. I guess maybe we'll play one more Lightning Orb, just for fun. We are all set up. Eventually we're going to be all slimes, but I don't care. He's never going to do more than 30 damage. I really like only proccing Time Lord's clock one time. That's my favorite way to kill him. It's true, we didn't need the rest. Apparently we're really good against bosses. There's really nothing good to Smith, though. I guess he can vulnerable us, and then he hits for slightly more than 30. He hits for like 45 or 50 or something. Yeah, we'd only have to play the entire run again to get back to the point where we Smith. Pretty sure I've memorized the entire run, right? It's true, we could have lifted. That would have been very spicy. Looks like he's going to split soon. Yep, go ahead and heal thyself, Time Lord. Oh no, we're so foolish. He really got us that time. Really bamboozled us. I wonder how many slimes we will end up with. I'm gonna check my slime count before we end the fight. Loop is fun. I like Loop. It's a good card. It's not as many as I was expecting. I was expecting my hands to be like full of slimes by now. Ooh, he's got armor. That gives him additional time to give us more slimes. Time Lord, I need you to focus on the slimes, okay? The armor thing's not working. It's too slow. You can't protect yourself from me. You've only got one chance left to make more slimes. That's the slime attack, right? He's doing one more slime. Sweet. Okay. He got it. He figured it out. Okay, so we got 3 in hand. We've got 5 in the discard. That's 8. And then we've got... This is another 5. So that's 13, 15 slimes. Only 15 slimes. Yeah, we have 3 loops and a gold-plated cables. 3 loop pluses. We were offered a 4th one, but we didn't take it. It's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot of looping. Okay. On to Act 4. Hiya. Probably should have fought a 3rd elite in that act. I guess if we'd fought a 3rd elite, we would have missed the like card remove shrine, which was really good. Only 3 health available, so it's probably Lift Toke or Smith. Not a lot of options left to Smith. Probably Toke. Lift doesn't do much. I'm not seeing anything super compelling here. Probably dual cast. If we're going to Toke a card, what's our current attack skill balance? We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skills. So we want to remove a skill. What's up the wrist? Nothing. This is a prophylactic, trying to avoid damage to my wrists from prolonged video game playing and code writing. So it was 7-8, but I'm not sure it counted right, so I'm going to count again. 3 strikes there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks. So it's 8 attacks, 7 skills. Wait, is it 8 and 8? There's 4 defense, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 and 8 currently. So if I toke, I'm putting myself slightly out of balance. Which doesn't seem amazing. Probably toking a strike. What is it and where did you get it? I spend probably 12 hours a day on PC. It'd probably be smart to look into getting one for myself. I got it off Amazon. I can send you a link if you'd like. Go ahead and reach out to me through Discord if you want to link to it. So I don't want to do it right now. Yeah, I guess I'll take a strike. I mean, I don't know. A couple of the attacks draw, right? We've got 2 compile drivers and a sweeping beam, so like those ones are a little bit more likely to co-occur on a turn with Bioscog because they can draw Bioscog. Oh, great. Yeah, is it from iMac? It's my brand. There's a lot of them out there, but I like the iMac ones. A lot of them are like too stiff, which is like a weird complaint because that's the whole point. Is they like keep your wrist fixed, but like if it's really stiff, it's like cumbersome. This one's more like a suggestion. You should keep your wrist straight and like protects your the actual carpal tunnel area. All right, let's take a strike. Yeah, I used to have one of the big strappy ones. It's actually works pretty well. I like that one too. It had like a metal thing in it, like really keep you super straight. It was a little bit much. Bronze scales. Another Carter move. Force field feels pretty free. Yeah, force field seems great. Apotheosis does nothing. Potion of Capacity is actually massive here. Potion of Capacity is insane. This is like definitely the best Potion of Capacity I've ever seen. This deck wants more orb slots so badly and never got them. So I guess I'll take it for the heart fight. So Force Field, Potion Capacity, Carter move, and Bronze Scales I think is probably getting picked. I think that leaves us with some extra money. These cost 201... 281, 345. So it only leaves us with 60 left over. So I guess we buy an energy pot. Energy pot's so useless though. Oh nice, you got a custom one made for your wrists for free. Wow, that's crazy. Those Canadians. We could buy a Speculative Chemex in case we get a reinforced body from the Spire elites. Seems less good than the Bronze Scales. Okay. Oh right, we have Courier. I totally forgot. Okay, so let's pick the Potion of Capacity because we want 2 of those. We didn't get 2 of them. Let's pick the Bronze Scales because we want like Preserved Insect or something. All right. Hey, Sablin, don't give away Alaska. How will we protect ourselves from Russia if we give up Alaska? You think the Canadians are going to run those expensive NORAD flights? I don't think so. I think it's really fascinating how like Alaska is like increasingly geopolitically important as the ice caps melt and people start trying to exploit new shipping lanes across the northern part of the world. It's a really wild situation. Canada is actually like really well positioned for global warming. What if global warming is like It's all being instrumented by Canada to make their real estate more valuable. I guess Canada and Russia are in on it together. The Tundra Triad. We need another country. North Korea, Canada, and Russia. The Tundra Triad. No, I'm in California. Minnesota. Yeah, there is always the threat of the U.S. trying to annex Canada. I don't think Canada would go quietly though. Yeah, I think it's just card remove. I kind of want to just spin potions and look for another potion of capacity, but it seems kind of unnecessary. There's a lot of fiction about Russia attacking the United States and some about North Korea. Canada is the secret group nobody expects. Have you heard about the ongoing territorial dispute between Canada and the United States? It's about lobsters. No, I haven't heard about that. It makes sense, because a lot of the coastline... I know that American fisheries use a lot of coast around Alaska, and it seems like some of that should be Canada's. I imagine that's what it's about. Alright, I think it's just card remove. Energy pot. Energy pot seems really useless. Maybe it's explosive pot. Classic Act 4 explosive pot. One of the greatest potions of all time. But we never don't have enough energy to play our cards because of Mummified Hand. I think it's a defend this time, because we don't want to go too low on attacks. Courier does restock pots. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I said I would just want to spin these for another potion of capacity, but I don't think it's good enough. I guess we could have been looking for a fairy too. Alright. Great. Ooh, turn 1 Bioscog is amazing here. Wow, this is such a turn. Bioscog Glacier Compile Driver. I'm going to go ahead and use the Strike first so that Bioscog is more likely to hit Buffer or Glacier. Alright, that'll purge the debuffs, and then Compile Driver draws 1 card, Buffer makes that card cost 0, which is neat. Okay. Defrag's always happening, defend's always happening. Currently we are blocking for 40 at the end of the turn, plus 8, so we don't need to play the dual cast. We're already blocked out, we're not even losing buffers. Alright, it would be kind of nice to turn around, probably not necessary. They do scale. Wait, what's the name of the... Oh, Seal Island is the comedy? Wait, what's the name of the comedy that people are talking about? Thanks for the follow, Hats and Hoods. Appreciate the support. Also, I really appreciate your name, Hats and Hoods, man. Did you know that hat and hood actually have the same etymological root? So, the term hoodie just means, hat, shirt, basically. It's just hattie. Hats and hoods, same thing, by a different word history path. Robin a hat? Yeah, right? I guess. We could even just let him take a buffer. We don't really care about buffers that much. I guess let's start with Sweeping Beam and see what we draw. Thanks for the follow. Masaraka Raksh. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the vegetable patch. Neighbor hat. Well, obviously there are other words that are... Hood has multiple homonyms? What's the one where it's the same, like it's I guess it's just different meanings of the same word, where it's like spelled the same and pronounced the same, but it's a different word. Language is weird. If we turn around, we might not be able to turn around next turn. I don't think we're too concerned about that. Okay, let's hope we can play all the powers. We can. Great. It seems like we're winning. It seems like we're way ahead. How do we feel about Zap and Ball Lightning? It seems like we could just turn back around now. We're blocking for... We've blocked for 13 already. We're blocking for 12 times 3 at the end of the turn, which is 36. I guess actually it's not quite enough. So I guess I'll just Ball Lightning forward. Okay. Alright, we've already blocked that out, so we don't care. Do whatever you want, Spear. We'll go ahead and proc GA for the Heart Fight, and just play other cards for fun. They do eventually scale, so we can't just, like, press E to win here. Although, realistically, that is what's happening. We take less damage if we turn around, so let's turn around. And then again with the turning. Actually, let's put a Lightning Orb in front. It's been a while since we put a Lightning Orb in front. Okay, he's dead, so now they're not scaling, so now we don't care. We do need to put a Frost Orb back in front, but... should have time to do that next turn. Oh wait, we just win. Okay, great. The Smooth Stone's pretty useless. I think we might have gone too low on attacks, so maybe we're in the market for another Compile Driver. Bullseye is actually fine, too. As long as we don't care about the draw that much. Currently, 1, 2 attacks, plus 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 attacks, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skills. So yeah, we're short 1 attack, so Compile Driver Plus makes some sense. Bullseye is theoretically a 50% increase in our damage, though. Which is potentially relevant against the Heart. Do you count GA as a skill? Did I skip it? I didn't mean to. I was counting it, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it counts. Oh, I guess we've got 9. Okay, so great. We'll pick a thing then. Okay. Defend first to save the buffer, probably. And then defrag loop and Compile Driver. Kind of a shame that Compile Driver is not drawing anything. We also might as well just drink that. Alright, it'd be really nice to purge debuffs this turn. We'd also like to... Oh my god, what a terrible turn. Jeez. Holy moly. This is a bad start. I didn't even know this deck could get that bad of a turn. This is just an incredibly bad start. No focus, no orbs. Still vulnerable on 2. Man, this is really bad. Definitely playing defend. Yikes, dude. We even removed like quite a few strikes in defense. There's only 5 starter cards left. We drew 4 of them. Or I guess there's these 2 as well. So there's 7 starting cards. Or wait, yeah, 7. Yikes. I don't think we play Zap because we don't want the Zap in the front. So I think we're just done. This buffer blocks for 2. Jeez. And it's fun. Are you counting Ascender's Bane? Because Ascender's Bane can't be removed. Well, we died. Wow. Are you serious? This is one of the best Slay the Spire decks I've ever built, and it just died. There was nothing we could have done. We just got absolutely demolished. I guess we could have played the Zap this turn, which would have drawn 1 card. It's literally the only possible mistake. Like the other turns were there were no decisions to be made. Wow. There's no point in restarting the fight. There's nothing we can change. Jeez. That's ridiculous. I mean, the only way that we win this fight is if we'd played Zap last turn, and if, like, Compile Driver draws, like, Coolhead Plus, and then, like, and Bias Cog or something. This is staggering. I always say that, like, any deck can lose to the heart, and this proved it. This is incredible. I cannot believe it. Wow. What a loss. I'm gonna remember this one. Jeez. I don't know what to say. We drew all 5 of the statuses over 2 turns. I guess we missed the days. We drew 4 of the statuses. Incredible. I'm not. So people are saying we could restart and try the Zap. I'm like, yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing, like just for science to see what the next card is. But like, the next card could just be Days, right? It could be there was just no path through this fight. Man. And it's not like we could have had like whatever 100 max HP, right? There was no relics that could have made us survive this line. It's just the heart just murdered us. There's nothing we could do. That's true. It could have been, yeah. I mean, there's lots of cards that like if we could draw 1 more card, there's a lot of ways it could be a win. But there is at least one way it could not be a win. So like maybe, I don't know. What did we use the draw potion against? We used it against Transient, remember? Transient was actually like a really scary fight. Transient hit us for like 30. So I definitely don't regret using the Swift Pot on that. We could have lost that fight. Yeah, there was no fairies or obviously no Ghost in Jar that we could have held on to. Yeah. This could have been an energy pot, right? Maybe instead of removing a card, we were supposed to spin potions, right? Maybe that was the mistake. But I think this just like demonstrates that like optimal play isn't enough sometimes. This deck was definitely good enough to beat the heart. This deck beats the heart 99% of the time, maybe not, maybe 95, but like, yeah, you can restart the fight, but the same stuff will happen. So we could have restarted the fight and like played the Zap last turn is really the only option. Well, Alright, good job, Hart. You got us.